and welcome to today's nervous system reset practice. This is your chance to slow down, to quiet your mind and feel into sensation. So let's begin. We're going to get started laying on our backs and take a really long and patient moment to meet the earth. And that might be in stillness, letting gravity do all the work. Or there might be a bit of a wiggle, a rock, twist. Find any intuitive movements that help you arrive on your mat. And encourage your mind, your awareness, your thoughts to peel away from everything else. Stepping away from life outside of this space. And if those movements felt much more welcome, more natural than stillness, then please keep a sway in a rock spiraling through your body. If you would like to explore how stillness settles, go ahead and notice the weight of your bones. Invite your muscles to let go one by one. Maybe for the first time today, become really aware of your breath. Notice where your breath is settling within your body. Notice the pace, the rhythm, the texture of each breath in and out. And if you would like to, begin to explore that breath by gently making the inhales a little bit longer, wider and deeper. Feeling your breath spill out to the sides. Gently press into the back of your rib cage, press upwards and down towards the base of your belly. And invite your exhales to become longer and softer. And the more aware you become of your breath, maybe you notice everything else, the noise and the chaos of the wider world beginning to soften at the edges. Thoughts slowing down. Maybe that sense of urgency that we all so often feel is still rattling around. Just remind yourself that your practice has already begun. In this moment, there is absolutely nothing to achieve. There's no one you need to be. There's nothing you need to prove. And then we're going to bring one hand on top of the other, resting them right on top of your heart. And notice how much pressure you need from your palms. Maybe you notice you need a more firmer, grounding touch. Perhaps you need something a little lighter and more spacious. Feel the weight of your hands. And then bring your hands together in prayer just in front of your heart and start to rub your palms together. And you can make this as energetic or as soft as you want it to be. Notice that heat building between your hands. And when you feel ready, bring your hands to rest over your eyelids. Heat radiating from your palms onto the skin of your face. Gently shrug your shoulders from your ears. Loosen your jaw and enjoy your breath. A soft, long exhale, encouraging a sense of spaciousness, sense of surrender. With your fingertips now across your brow, begin to move them in slow, massaging circles. Maybe they spiral outwards towards your temples. They could press up through your hairline towards the crown of your head. Maybe they move down your jaw, massaging out little pockets of tension. Down the sides of your neck even, towards your shoulders. Just enjoy that indulgent touch. And then begin to interlace your hands around the back of your head and slowly peel your skull away from the mat. Elbows pointing out in front of you. And roll your chin across your collarbones. See if you can slow this down, even if it's just by 1 or 2%. Notice sensation beginning to awaken down the back of your neck, back of your head. When you've had enough of this, bring your head back onto the mat. Go ahead and take a really long and full stretch, reaching out into the fingertips, pressing into the soles of your feet, and have a bit of a shift and a wiggle here, like you're wiggling the back of your body down into the earth. Go ahead and take a really spacious sip of air, and as you exhale, just let all effort drop out of your body. With your next inhale, feel energy swell back into your physical form. Lengthen into that breath. Again, as you exhale, let your feet flop to the sides. Shoulders and elbows get really heavy. Gather your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a big, loving hug. With your hands on your shin bones or on your knees, begin to stir your knees around in opposite direction to each other. Like you're stirring 2 big pots of really thick honey. Peel your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. It might feel nice to give your jaw a bit of a stretch. Wiggle it around, stretch into your cheeks, and then take a really releasing Bring the soles of your feet down onto the mat and cactus your arms. Taking a big, generous bend into your knees. Make sure your feet are at least as wide as your hips and begin to move your knees side to side. Slow and indulgent pace. Follow sensation. Don't rush. Let that sense of urgency trickle away. And the next time your knees land to the left side of your space, just take a long moment to let them soften there. Release tension through your inner thighs, your outer hips, and then slowly roll onto the left side of your body. Press into your right hand to lift yourself up and bring your left hand somewhere underneath your left shoulder. Take a breath in and peel your right fingertips towards the sky, open across your chest. And as you exhale, thread your right arm underneath your left armpit, like you're giving yourself a big hug. Take a breath in to slowly unfurl, right fingertips lift. Exhale, give yourself that big hug, right hand underneath your left armpit. One more spacious breath in to open. Feel your collarbones get wider. One more grounding exhale as you curl in. Take a breath in, reach your right arm up, and then begin to pour the weight of your arm over your head. Take a soft bend through your left elbow and gently peel your right shoulder open like you're spiraling the front of your heart towards the sky. Breathe into the right side of your body, and as you exhale, melt a little bit deeper. Begin to slide back onto the left side. Roll onto your spine, cactus your arms, and let your knees move side to side. And the next time your knees land to the right, again, take a moment to let them soften there. Let them get really heavy. And then roll onto the right side of your body, using your left hand to press you up. Slide your right hand somewhere underneath your shoulder. Take a breath in, peel your left arm high. As you exhale, thread your left hand underneath your right armpit. Give yourself that big hug. 2 more times. As you inhale, open your chest. Lift fingertips and gaze up. Exhale, curl in. 1 more breath in. Feel that sense of expansion moving across your chest. 1 more breath out. As you inhale, lift your left arm back up and then begin to pull the weight of your arm over your head. Take a gentle bend into your right elbow, lifting out of your left waist. Breathe into the left ribs. Exhale, melt a little bit deeper. Nice. Slide onto the right side of your body. Slowly come back onto your spine. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Your hands onto your knees. Separate them as wide as your shoulders. And take a rock side to side. Finding this gentle massage across your lower back. Releasing through your shoulders. Maybe they begin to move and spiral. And rolling to one side. And then to press yourself all the way up into a comfortable seat. If it feels okay, safe enough in your body, you could close your eyes. Or if you'd rather, just let your gaze get really heavy, dropping to the mat in front of you. Take a little shift from left to right as you begin to find and explore your center point. Then begin to settle into that space. Find your sit bones. Take a big, almost exaggerated roll of your shoulders. Then let your hands float down towards your lap. Come back to your breath. Notice the length of your spine. Notice where you're gripping, where you're holding in your body. Which of those areas you have access to. Where can you soften into? Where can you send that sense of surrender? On your next inhale, begin to pull your fingertips up towards the sky. And then float your right hand down to the mat next to your right hip. Lean over to the right, reaching out through your left fingertips. Take a breath in and a breath out. On your next inhale, lift both arms up. Left hand comes down to the mat next to your left hip, leaning over to the left. Stay grounded through your seat. Breathe into the right side of your body. Let that exhale be an opportunity to soften. Take an inhale to lift up through center. And as you exhale, cactus your elbows. Let your heart gently pull between your shoulders. As you inhale, find length, reach up through your fingertips. Again, exhale, cactus your arms, widen across your chest. And then slowly draw your elbows towards your waist and press your fingertips away from you as you bow over your shins. Any amount. This bow might be quite high, letting your chin curl towards your chest, or you might find a little bit more depth. Invite a sway into your spine, into your head, your neck, softness through your shoulders. Notice on your next inhale how that breath widens the back of your body. And as you exhale, the front of your heart gets a little heavier. Begin to walk your hands back in, lifting yourself up. Pull your fingertips all the way up. And then again, cactus your arms, reach your heart forward. Inhale to find space, to find length. Exhale, cactus, widen across the front of your body. Draw your elbows in. Slide your fingertips away from you. Take another bow over your legs. Gently swaying through the upper half of your body. No real tension through your head, your jaw, your neck. And then from here, you could roll over your shins and your ankles into a tabletop. Now, it might feel better for you to bring your heels to one side and then bring your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Take a breath in, let your belly gently dip as you arch your spine and lift your gaze. And as you exhale, really press away from the ground as you round in, moving through your cat and your cows with your breath. And it might be that you stay with this traditional up and down movement, or it might be that you begin to move outside the lines, spilling out of this shape, leaning into your intuition, letting your body move really instinctively. There might be some big barrel rolls through your rib cage. Maybe you soften your hips towards your heels and then roll back into your tabletop. There's absolutely no right or wrong way to move. And if you're not quite sure how this works, how following sensation works in your body, just try it out. See what feels good. If it doesn't feel welcome, try something else. This is all just information that helps build a bigger, more profound sense of what it feels like to be in your body. If you notice a really big, heavy sigh, lurking somewhere in your chest, go ahead and release it. And then sink your hips back towards your heels. Child's pose. Let your forehead find the mat. Keep a rock through your hips. Roll your forehead from side to side. Keep movement swirling and spiraling through you, really softly. On your next breath in, begin to lift your hips from your heels and round forward. Pulling your shoulders over your wrists, and as you exhale, breathe out through your mouth, dip your belly, arch your spine, and then bring your hips towards your heels, child's pose. With that inhale, you pull forward, almost like the back of your heart is pressing between your shoulder blades. As you exhale, wave back into your child's pose. Long and patient breaths, setting the tone and the pace. On your next breath in, pull your shoulders over your wrists, and then this time invite the front of your hips to sink down. Keep pressing into your palms, a slow unfurling through the front of your body. Your chin is the last thing to lift, and as you exhale, lower all the way down onto your tummy. Slide your hands to the two top corners of your mat. Press into your hands, and as you take a breath in, begin to lift your head, shoulders and chest away from the mat. As you exhale, roll all the way back down. 2 more times. So really exploring the length of your inhale as you rise, keeping your shoulders soft, and the length of your exhale as you ripple back onto earth. One more breath in. Take your time. One more breath out. Sink into your mat. Make a pillow for your head with your hands and gently rock your hips side to side. Begin to bend into your left knee, almost like you're coming into a tree shape with your legs. And cactus through your left arm. I'm going to lengthen your right arm long and keeping your right leg long, let your right ear find the earth. So the right side of your body feels spacious, there's length to it. And your left elbow and left knee are bent. Invite both sides of your hips to stay heavy. And let your awareness slowly move through your body. Notice where you're gripping, where you're holding, and which of those areas you have access to soften. Keep inviting slow, wide breaths into your body. And when you feel ready to, and there's really no rush, begin to lengthen your left leg. Bring both hands back underneath your forehead, and again rock your hips side to side. And then we'll do that exact same shape on the right side. So bend into your right knee, cactus through your right arm, and then lengthen your left leg, left arm long, and bring your left ear onto the mat. Feel free to gently rock your hips, easing yourself into this shape. And then let both hips get really weighty. Can you release a little more through the right inner thigh, your right shoulder? Slowly come out of this shape. Straighten your right leg. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press the floor away as you roll over your knees and come back into your child's pose just for a moment. Gently rocking your hips from heel to heel, rolling your forehead across the mat. And then beginning to lift yourself up. So you're sitting on your shin bones, your spine. Grow a little bit longer. Then bring your heels to one side. Make your way back into your comfortable seat. Then extending your right leg long out to the side, so kind of like at an angle, not right in front of you. Drawing the sole of your left foot in to the inside of your right leg. Take a breath in, peel your fingertips up, and as you exhale, begin to melt over your right leg. Settling the backs of your hands onto the earth. Gently rounding your spine. Feeling your chin melt towards your heart. Encourage your shoulders to get really heavy. So that space between your shoulder blades gets wider. Filling up with each breath in.
Can you release a little bit more tension through your shoulders and your neck? Again, it might feel really useful to give your jaw a bit of a stretch and a wiggle. And then sigh something away. When you're ready, walking your hands towards your body to lift yourself up. With the support of your hands, swap sides. Slide your left leg long. Curl the sole of your right foot to the inside of your leg. Gently pull your fingertips upwards. With a long, unhurried exhale, begin to melt over your left leg. Settling the backs of your hands on the mat so your palms are facing upwards. Gently rounding your spine. Allowing gravity to pull your chin towards your chest. Shoulders are heavy, they're loose. And you feel the back of your body getting wider and broader. Gradually pressing yourself back up. Find a cross-legged shape. Find your sit bones. And lift up through the crown of your head as your shoulders get heavy, moving away from your ears. Invite your hands to rest somewhere really intuitive on your body. Back to your breath. Back to sensation. If you would like to bring your hands together in prayer and press your thumbs into your chest. Find your beating heart. Bow your forehead over your fingertips, closing off our practice together. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me today. New videos will be uploaded weekly, so please do check them out. Thank you so much.